Hey everyone, this video is continuing the trigonometry differentiation, but now we're looking at degrees, not just in radians, but now in degrees. And therefore, this only found in the H2 syllabus and therefore only for the H2 students. So trigonometry differentiation in terms of degrees. So let's say we have sine x to power, x degrees. We'll convert this to radians, alright? Same thing, we can only differentiate in terms of radians, we have to convert degrees to radians. So step 1, convert degrees to radians. So how do you convert degrees to radians? Very simple, alright? What I like to do is, I think of it as 180 degrees. I know that the value of 180 in radians is pi. So what I like to do is, my conversion fraction is basically 180 and then pi. So pi over 180 would be the conversion. So therefore, I have convert this to x pi over 180. Another way to look at the conversion is very simple. You know that one full circle is basically 360 degrees or 2 pi, right? So if you're going to convert from degrees to pi, let's say I have x degrees, it's basically taking x degrees over 360 degrees times 2 pi, right? So obviously we cannot take a degree or divide by degree, so what we do is we just simply 360 times 2 pi. Fraction of x over 360, then you times 2 pi will convert you from degrees to radians, and therefore the conversion ratio is basically times pi over 180. Similarly, from let's say x radians, you want to convert it to degree mode, same thing. I take x over 2 pi times 360 degrees, and that will give me x over pi times 180 degrees. So there you have it, the conversion from degree to radian and radian to degrees. And from here, it's very simple. Perform your basic differentiation. So let's say I have y equals to sine x degrees. Now I have y equals to sine x pi over 180. My dy dx will simply be sine becomes cosine, x pi over 180 becomes x pi over 180. Now differentiate inside, I get pi over 180, and then we convert back to degree mode. This is basically cosine x degrees. So yes, this is basically trigonometry differentiation in terms of degree. Show you another example. Let's say I got y equals to tangent 2x degrees. So be careful of this. So now again, applying the conversion ratio, tangent x pi over 90, because we know 2 over 180 is basically 1 over 90. Now I differentiate it, I'll get secant square x pi over 90, then differentiate inside, pi over 90, then convert it back to your degree mode. It's basically 2x degrees. Obviously, the simpler way is basically just differentiate it directly from x degrees, you get back whatever degree you have. So let's say tangent 2x degrees, you get back secant square 2x degrees, but then now you have to times pi over 180 and also the derivative inside as well. That's another method. But yeah, this is the recommended method. Just convert it from the start and you won't get confused. Just don't forget to convert it at the end. Alright, so yeah, there we have it. Trigonometry differentiation in terms of degrees.